Today, I'm sitting down with Jess Rona, celebrity dog groomer, entrepreneur, and founder of Jess Rona Grooming. Known for her viral slow-mo blowout videos and celebrity clientele, Jess has built a brand that is equal parts artistry and comedy. She has partnered with leading brands including Apple, Valentino, Ouai, and Outdoor Voices, directed campaigns, and is the executive producer and star of the HBO Max series Haute Dog, all while running her flagship salon in Los Angeles. Jess, welcome to DITL.
Hold for applause. Hold
Hold
for
for
applause.
applause for you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. You know what? It's funny. I was just saying, I was talking to my husband last night about this recording today, and I feel like I have to be honest with you in our first minute of recording. I am not an animal person. I had like a traumatic experience as a child, and so I've never been into animals and like specifically dogs. But
What
when a mutual
happened?
friend introduced us, I was like, I have to know the day, like a day in your life. Like I'm fascinated by what you do.
Oh my God. Well, now I want to know what happened to you. What was the
I mean, it was a
trauma?
few things. And like I was so little, so like was probably blown out of proportion.
Oh,
But like I
oh
was
yeah.
pushed into like a dog pushed me into a rose bush and like all fours. And it was like a huge dog. And it was like I
Oh,
didn't get hurt or anything, maybe like a thorn somewhere. But from that moment on, I just was
no,
scared
I get that. Of
of
course,
dogs and
because
animals.
they're overpowering. You're out of control. You can't handle them. That makes so much sense. Poor baby.
I
Poor little
know.
baby.
But like I never had a dog growing up.
Okay.
I guess it was like five kids in my house was sort of enough for
That's,
my
yeah,
parents.
yeah, makes sense.
And I feel like at one point my kids are gonna want a dog, and then I'm gonna have to really figure that out.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you can get a little dog that starts, as a puppy and grow with the dog.
Yeah. So we'll see. So we'll get into like how you got into this as we go, but like we always start with what time do you wake up and how do you get your day started?
Okay, are we talking ideal or are we talking like average?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, okay. So ideally, I wake up around 7:15 or so, 7:30. And I'll do some type of journaling, whether it's morning pages or just like brain dump. I write a gratitude list that I do pretty much every day. A gratitude list. I got this book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, and it's basically a gratitude book. And it's a 30-day gratitude challenge. And so I pull from her techniques of instead of just like, I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for X. So what I'll do is I'll actually write it in a paragraph form. Like today, I'm feeling so full of gratitude for my husband because he shows up in my relationship in a way that makes me feel so supported. And I'm great, and I'll like write it out like that. And then after each line, I'll read it through and then I'll just say thank you, thank you, thank you after each one. So it's like a Rhonda Byrne thing. I meditate. I do transcendental meditation. I try to do a 20-minute. I don't have time for 20 minutes every day, every morning. So if I can do 20, I'll do it, or I'll do a 10. I feed my dogs, take them potty, take them on a walk.
As the dog groomer, what are you feeding your dogs?
Ooh, this is so interesting because she's an old lady. She's becoming very picky. So it's been tricky. As of now, the one thing I can get her to eat in the morning is Ziwi Peak canned with Ziwi Peak flakes with a little bit of turkey slices on top to get her to eat. At this point, I've talked to my vet, and she's like, whatever you can do to just get her to eat regularly is good. She's become so picky. So that's what they're eating.
And both dogs are eating that.
Yeah, I have a non-picky eater. His name is Mimu. He's a little poodly situation. He's 15 and she's like a pit mix and she's 13 and a half.
My God, cute.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so then what?
It really varies. But I'm I'm in the process of, so I have three businesses. one hasn't launched yet. So I look at it sort of like either looking at it as like a person in their different stages of life, like a new business is like a newborn and an infant and a toddler. Or you can look at it as like a plane taking off, sort of. So, like my brick and mortar salon, the plane is coasting. It's taken off. I have people run the business. I don't groom dogs every day anymore. I just groom dogs for content to bring people joy. Um, and so I'm usually not at the shop like every day. I'm having meetings or doing podcast episodes like this, or lots and lots of meetings, lots and lots of figuring out ways to scale and build my other businesses. So my second business is my online courses and social media business. That's where I do brand deals, but I also have marketing strategies, Facebook ads, different funnels, DM funnels, like all that sort of business. And then Schmoop is my product line that hasn't launched yet, but I'm working on label copy. I'm kind of in the weeds with both of those businesses. So the brick and mortar is the oldest business, so that one can kind of stand on its own. The other two, I'm working on delegating and releasing myself from being in the busy work as much as I can, because my goal, my ultimate goal, is for Schmoop to be my main business. And my online courses, I want to create a membership and all that stuff. But like Schmoop is, I want it to be like my main thing.
And can you share with us what that product line is?
Yes. Um, I just decided, you know what? I'm going to stop not talking about it because I've been working on it for years and I've been keeping it a secret for years. And I just told my manager, I was like, I just really want to start talking about it. It's not there yet, but like, let me be real. This is really what I'm doing. So I'm launching with two types of brushes and a serum, which is a balm to oil serum, and a vitamin spray. The brush I'm creating is a brush, it's a mold that I'm creating that doesn't exist. Because when you think about all dog grooming brushes, they all look the same. They're all ugly and they're all basically the same brush that are this like these companies just slap a new logo on them. And as a groomer, I'm like, I want beautiful things. I would love a beautiful brush. So I am inspired by 1960s and 1960s costume jewelry. And so I am creating a brush that is something that doesn't exist. It's adorable. I can't give you all the details, but I'm creating a custom mold of the brush. I like just finding a person to make the brush has been a journey. Um, and so I'm calling it the love brush because I want dogs to love getting brushed because it's a problem, that dogs don't like to get brushed. And also, all brushes kind of hurt sometimes, like these slicker
Mm-hmm.
brushes. So, I'm making a beautiful brush that's not only beautiful, but also functional and gentle, but effective.
Sounds amazing.
I didn't know how to get my idea out of my mind because it was so specific. And so I talked to this groomer friend who created a product. Her name is Jody Murphy. She's an icon in the grooming industry. She's like been around forever. And she created this new de-shedding tool. And I was like, how did you communicate that with this person? And if anybody's listening that has an idea that doesn't know how to get it to like out of their brain and it can't draw a picture, what she told me was genius. She said, get some molding clay from a craft store. So I went to Michael's, I got some molding clay and I just molded it out of clay. And I found a 3D printer and I said, here it is. Can you create a 3D printed version of this? And so it was over a few months, I started working with a 3D printer and they created what's called a CAD drawing or a CAD image. And it's an image that you can spin all around and see it in 3D, which is so cool. And so as I'm learning this process, so you're asking like, how do I spend my day? Like working on the brush mold, working on labels and email copy, doing a photo shoot for Schmoop. Like there's just so many different things I'm doing, but this has been the most fun. But if someone like is listening and they're like, I have an idea and I don't know how to get it out, get some molding clay, find a
I
3D
love
printer,
that.
get a CAD drawing. It's if someone were to tell me that in the beginning, it would have saved me months of heartache. So hopefully I can help someone out there.